four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We were just kids, just living in wide-eyed innocent minivan flow like a tenement. We were just kids who believed in more than just dreams, in more than just justified ends to a means. With the sky wide open like a child, eyes open like a child, unbroken by the wheels gone by. We know who we are in the fever of you. Who we are, we got nothing left to lose. Who we are, there's no time enough to choose. Who we are, who we are, who we are.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We were just kids, just limited, misfit, itinerant, outcast, singing about the dissonant. We were just kids, wide open like a child, eyes open like a child, unbroken by the wheels gone by. We know who we are in the fever of you. Who we are, we got nothing left to lose. Who we are, there's no time enough to choose. Who we are, who we are, who we are, who we are. They said it's complicated. They said we never make it this far, but we are. They said the fight would break us, the struggle helped to make who we are, who we are, who we are.
3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Who we are in the fever of you. Who we are, we got nothing left to lose. Who we are, there's no time enough to choose. Who we are, who we are, who we are. Oh, it's something with a meaning. That was something to believe in. Yeah, it sure as I'm in breathing. I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted more than just a feeling. Yeah, more than just a season. Yeah, we become what we believe in. Who we are, who we are.
I don't sleep well, take a day off, take a day tomorrow. Didn't cope well, was a fake love, physical or borrow. I needed some peace of mind, I needed some peace of mind. Feeling like I'm in mad love when we break up. Now it's hard love, and I hate that, and I'm sorry for the way it ended. And I won't be there to hold you through the night where we're both scared. Just pray for peace of mind. Yes, I'll wait for you on the other side. On and on, no, I'll stay in mad love. Save your sorrow for the jukebox when you play the 80s. Feelings borrowed from the movies, I'll ignore the ratings. You're needing some peace of mind, you're needing some peace of mind, yeah. Whoa. You're needing some peace of mind, you're needing some peace of mind. Feeling like I'm in mad love when we break up. Now it's hard love, and I hate that, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've been through the fire, I've been through the flames, yeah, yeah. I almost gave up, almost lost my way, yeah, yeah. I ran from your love, I could not escape, no, no. I came face to face, I had to face my fate, ayy. I've been running away from my purpose. Look up to the sky, lift my head, cause I've been searching. World going crazy, chaotic and lately. Thoughts in my head say I won't make it, but when the storm's raging and the walls caving and the fire blazing and the season changing, yeah, I look to you every single time. I know you save me.
I already paid for it. Got your life in my hands, no, my love never ends for you. When it's too hard to stand, know that you can depend on me. Right, lift your head to the sky, 'cause my love never ends for you. I'll be right by your side.
Yeah, on the edge, on the ledge. Voices in my head tell me no one's there. I remember wondering if they love me. Broken and just hoping for recovery. What if I drop the ball? What if I lose it all? What if I never fly? 'Cause I was scared to fall. What about the choices, mistakes that I made? Will they lead me down a path I can't escape? Yeah. Love is power, shame's a liar, be inspired. Fear is prison, hope will lift your spirits higher. I gave my worries away, traded them for your embrace.
My love never ends. My love never ends for you. I already paid for it. Got your life in my hands. No, my love never ends for you. When it's too hard to stand, know that you can depend on me. Right, lift your head to the sky, 'cause my love never ends for you. I'll be right by your side. Can depend on me. Right, lift your head to the sky, 'cause my love never ends for you. I'll be right by your side.
When the storm's raging and the walls caving and the fire blazing and the season changing, yeah, I look to you every single time. I know you say.
We're back
And better,
than ever.
welcome to Summer Bible Study announcements. First, we have our junior high shindig, the junior high back to school cookout. It'll be Saturday, August 14th here at the church, so be there. Next, we have the high school shindig, the back to school cookout. It'll be on August 21st, and there'll be water involved, so be ready for it.
And finally, Fuel is starting September 8th and Gathering is starting September 12th. For more information about all these events, go to lccstudents.com/events.
And now, a dad joke from our special guest this week.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
And now for a dad joke. Jack says he speaks often with vegetables. In fact, Jack and the beans talk. Love you, Emma.
That's awesome.
Dad jokes for days. Dad jokes for days. Do you like dad jokes?
It depends if they're good.
Didn't even
'Cause-
open up with a name. You just opened up with, do you like dad jokes?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, there were dad jokes on the video, so I thought that
Well-
we should do it.
Some dad jokes are like really bad.
Really bad? No, they're not. They're really good.
Are they?
Dad jokes are the best.
Name one really bad dad.
Did you know? Did you know that the guy who invented the umbrella was just going to name it Brella,
But he hesitated.
but he hesitated.
I don't get it.
Brella. I love it. Like, Brella. Like, so what are you gonna name it? Brella. Oh, Umbrella. We like it. No, it's gonna be Brella. I had when we went to see how I move. That's all I did the whole time.
You had a good list.
I had a really good list.
Here's
That's
a-
all that TikTok for me is etymology and dad jokes.
What a combo.
Here's a joke I heard from one of my best friends.
Yeah.
A guy walks into a bar. It hurts.
I love that one. That was
Walks
one of my
into a
favorite
bar.
jokes. I also I don't know if I can say this on a live stream, but when I was in junior high, I learned a dirty joke. There was a kid that walked outside and fell in a mud puddle. I don't know why. I just think that's really funny because he got dirty. He fell in a mud puddle.
It's good. The best joke.
I just think it's funny
I think the best
because you think
jokes-
oh no, that's gonna be bad.
True.
But it's not.
Oh, I get it now.
That's
It's
good.
not funny, but
It's
I
not
get
funny.
It.
It's like that. It only is funny for the person telling it, but to everybody else, it's like that was dumb. You know what I mean? Welcome to the live stream today. We're really excited that you're here. It's summer Bible study, week number 9. That's crazy. Week number 9. Ninth week of summer. We're joined here by Mr. Ryan, not Ryan. Ryan.
No, it's not. Here's the funny thing. I was named after Ryan Sandberg, who is a Cubs player.
Great ball player.
I am a Cardinals fan.
Oh, wow. Do you feel conflicted when
Yeah,
you watch
well-
TV? Like when you watch the Cardinals,
No,
do you
I'm a
go,
Cardinals-
no, I'm really a Cubs
No,
fan
I'm
by
not.
name. But what if you are, though? What if you're supposed to be a
I
Cubs
was
fan?
named after a Cubs player. That does not mean I am a Cubs fan.
But what if, you were supposed to be?
What if it was my destiny to be a Cubs fan one day?
Yeah.
The only reason I would be a Cubs fan is if I play for the Cubs.
That's fair. So, see, right here,
But I'm not good enough. To play
Ryan
for the
is a
Cubs.
walking example of free will. I love it.
Are we talking about free will?
I
today,
did
Zach?
He is. Yeah, he had the choice
I did.
to be what fan he wanted to be. Way to go.
actually-
Free will. Thank you, Lord.
I actually got to go to a meet and greet at a ball game, and I actually met Ryan Sandberg and
Did
got
you
his autograph on a baseball.
You want to hear something crazy? That's super cool, and I'm really jealous
Yeah.
about that. And also, it wasn't until 5 years ago that I realized his name wasn't Ryan.
Really?
Yeah, I'm ashamed about that.
Even on ball cards, it's spelled the exact same way. My
I just
name's
thought it was a
spelled.
cool spelling. I thought it was just spelled cool, but pronounced Ryan. It doesn't make sense. I'm just saying that's what I thought.
You've
Makes you
known
feel
me
any
for
better.
how long? And you
No,
thought
I knew your name was Ryan. I thought that Ryan Sandberg was Ryan Sandberg. It was just spelled weird.
I have no idea who we're talking about.
What? Come on, man. But you know who Andre Agassi is.
Sure.
What?
Sure.
Isn't that the famous
Sure.
bald tennis guy?
I know
I've-
him only by name,
I've-
not by
I've
reputation.
heard of him.
I just said his name.
Well, yeah, I've heard his name before. But
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
don't know who he
same.
is. Okay.
I don't know who he is, but I've heard his
He's
name.
bald.
before.
I don't know if he was that good or not.
There are a lot of bald people. In
There
this
are a
world.
lot of bald people in the world. That's true. Okay,
No.
so before we got on here, Ryan asked, "What is our top 10? What's our top movie? Just top movie?" And he asked, and so I'll go first because then you have your top 10. You got all 10
Well,
laid
the
out.
bottom, from 5 down, is kind of meh.
They're just sort. You're not sure about it.
I know. I think I kind of know the movies, but I don't know how to order them.
See, that's hard.
I know-
I'm impressed that
I
you
know
at
my
least
top
have your
5.
top 10.
I know my top 5.
I'd have to think about my top 5. I don't have even top.
What's your
3.
favorite movie of all time?
Finding Nemo, hands down.
Oh my god.
Best movie ever made.
I
Really?
thought you would have said Wally.
Wally is up there, but Finding Nemo is it's just great. I think it hit me at a pivotal time. I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
But
True.
seriously, it's beautifully animated. The story's phenomenal, and
The
it's
animation
pretty
is-
much about it's not quite the same, but it's almost an analogy of God pursuing His people,
Yeah. The animation is amazing.
like the father to the son.
The animation's amazing.
Yeah,
I couldn't get that if I had 100 years.
but you draw though. You're really good. I hear at drawing.
Well,
stuff.
yeah, but I'm more. You know how those painters they look at something and they paint it. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I do. I look at a picture and I redraw it.
See, I can't do that. You should see me try to draw my house, and it doesn't even. And that's just a square and a weird rectangle on top, sort of
That's how
triangle.
everybody draws houses.
No, mine doesn't actually the square doesn't connect to the triangle. I'm not a very. I just my tech.
I've actually made my own comic book. It's not a published or anything. but
dude, I would.
it's only 7 pages, not counting the cover.
That's pretty cool though.
I mean, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, how many kids your age have a comic book?
make a comic book?
Like, you have a comic book.
Yeah.
Like
I have
you-
my own, like, written by myself.
Yeah.
It's not published because I don't.
So what? You self-published it because you made it. I think that
did.
counts, right?
It should, but
Okay, so
my
top.
actual like official comic book collection is like a huge like stack.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I've read like half of them.
There you go.
I've been pretty busy, so I
Yeah,
haven't.
it happens.
Finding Nemo is not in my top 10, but it's probably in my top 30.
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I just like it. I think it's really good. But there's a lot of other things that I like a
You
lot.
want me to tell you my
Yeah,
top?
I want your top 5
Top
in
5?
order.
Oh. Wait,
Okay.
From least to greatest?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
from
know. Least to
in my
great.
number.
So
in-
number 5,
Number 5 is Jurassic Park.
which like old school or the newer one?
Yeah, the 1993 the original Jurassic Park.
That's a great. See,
it's
maybe I should
awesome.
rethink my Finding Nemo. But it's really
Okay.
good.
Finding Nemo's
I
solid.
okay.
Okay.
Number 4. I've had a conflict in my brain about this.
I'm just impressed that
but
you have your top 10
I
figured
think
out.
it's Captain America: Civil War.
Really Civil War.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was really good.
I've heard there's so Mr. Chad who helps out at Fuel, he's the leader at Fuel.
Yeah.
He said that I think it's Civil War, according to him, has the best fight scene in all of
It
all of
has
Marvel
a great
movies.
fight scene.
like
I'd agree with that.
maybe not the best movie, but in terms of fight scene, it's like the best.
I mean, it's definitely like fight scene wise, I think it's top notch.
Yeah.
Story wise, I also think it's top notch.
I-
I just think it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Okay, so number 3, what's your third favorite movie?
It.
Whoa.
2017.
That's
the remake.
dark, man. That movie's
It's a
dark.
good movie. Besides the horror elements, it's a good movie.
But like, doesn't everybody die?
No, what do you have you seen it?
No, because I don't see when I watch a movie to be entertained, not to pee my pants.
Okay, first of all, it's only scary the first 2 times. After
No, see,
I've
you have
seen
me
it.
right there. I am not gonna watch a scary movie to get to the 3rd time to be able to be like, oh yeah, I want to watch that. You know what I mean?
besides like the killer clown, it's like a good story.
I'm sure the story's great, but see, there's a key phrase that you said in there that freaks me out. Killer clown. Like, I bet the story's incredible.
I don't want to spoil it, but
Does he-
he's not an actual clown.
There.
That freaks me out more.
didn't know
What is he? No, I've not
Do you
seen it.
do you want me to tell you what?
Yeah,
he is?
I want to know. Don't worry.
He-
Everybody who doesn't want to know, they can just like close their ears.
He's actually an interdimensional demon that feeds on fear.
Yes. True, he's like an alien who takes
Yeah.
different forms and he just
He's a
decides to
shapeshifter,
fly
and
space.
he chose clown to
Hence why they call it.
to supposedly attract children. If I saw him, I would run away.
But he looks terrifying.
and
I don't know what person would want to go
he-
to that.
The only reason he hunts children more is because they're easier to scare.
Okay, that's terrifying. Let's go to number 2.
Number 2 is Avengers: Infinity War.
It's a great movie.
It's amazing.
I'm sensing a theme. You really like action movies.
It is.
I do. I'm also a fan of horror. I've only seen.
You don't like it?
I think it is good, but I could not care less about anything happening on Earth in that movie.
That
It's just uninteresting to me.
In
The whole
Earth?
The whole Earth
dude,
interaction.
they're trying to protect an Infinity
Yeah.
Stone.
So are all the other guys, but they're doing it in a way more entertaining fashion.
Okay, I get.
Oh,
I
because they
will-
like go to this like.
I will
Right.
admit the Titan battle scene. I think is better than the Wakanda battle
The
scene.
Wakanda battle.
Oh yeah,
But I
yeah.
love the Wakanda
But,
battle scene.
Like, it's good, but it's just like inevitable.
Inevitable.
Like that they like once they lost on Mars, there's no way they're winning on Earth. Like that was just
Because if
that was like a final.
if Doctor
line.
Strange of all people can't defeat Thanos,
Yeah, like that's just like it kind of just felt like pointless because if they lost on Mars, they're not winning on. Earth.
Okay, but like, did
Mars.
you?
Mars, not Mars, Titan.
Titan.
But
what are you
like-
talking about?
It's
But
a
like,
planet.
did you watch Titanic? I mean, you knew how that was gonna end. I mean, it's depressing.
Exactly.
I mean, like, there's certain movies where you're like, which you shouldn't watch because it's really inappropriate. But like, like you shouldn't watch that movie because you already know how it's gonna end. Like
But
you know
it's-
they're gonna lose.
here's
Okay,
what
what's your top one? The top one.
Hold on, before I say it, it's not about how the movie ends. It's the story that takes you.
I get that, but like the Titanic sank. Like
It's
you.
it's
Or
inevitable
did
that
it,
it's gonna
Zach?
sink.
What?
Did it?
Oh, are you like one of those that it really wasn't the
Conspiracy
Titanic? It was the
theorists?
other one that he like won the money out of or whatever. I think that's actually
I
plausible.
don't have any hard and fast answers, but I believe it.
I've touched it. I know it's real. Whichever ship crashed, I don't whatever.
Well, everybody.
Okay, what's your top one?
Avengers Endgame.
So Avengers,
that.
Avengers
Saw
Endgame.
that one coming.
I was sort of hoping you were gonna go Ant-Man, because that would have been like a
Ant-Man's
total.
not even my top 10.
But it's so good.
I know
Enjoy Ant-Man. I don't think
it's pretty good. I think they didn't. I don't think Hank had to go through that like elaborate, like putting the money in the car and then having the like all that elaborate stuff for him to steal like a motorcycle suit or like an ant shrinking suit. I think he should have just showed up at jail, picked him up, and told him he needs him.
he never know that he was capable of doing the job. So
I don't know.
can do
Oh.
that.
I mean, it's not in my top 10, but it's really good. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
It's either Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a pretty good. That's
Or-
yeah.
Was that in your top 10?
It's probably number 10.
Okay,
I
okay.
think Into the Spider-Verse is probably my favorite movie, but Thor Ragnarok has a special place in my heart.
Oh,
my.
So
is Thor Ragnarok in your top 10?
No, but I think it's good.
That's cool.
It's
Maybe
like
it's 11.
It's
there's a lot of
the.
qualities.
It's like, in my opinion, I think it's the funniest Marvel movie.
It's really good.
It is
It's
good.
very good.
It's very
But
good.
I would put Into the Spider-Verse at top tier.
That's fair.
Cool.
See, there's a lot of good superhero movies, but like, what about like
Interstellar.
Interstellar is a phenomenal movie.
agree.
The Dark Knight is probably the best movie ever made. I mean,
I've
really.
never seen The Dark
That's my
Knight.
number 2. It used to be like all the Lord of the Rings, but
Lord of the Rings. Oh my
I don't
gosh.
know.
I've seen the first Lord of the Rings movie and I got bored.
Well, the first one's kind of hard to get through, but 2 and 3
It's-
are awesome.
it's-
Okay, great chat. Talk about movies. We should do this sometime, like just do a whole movie episode. That'd be
Yeah.
super cool. But let's go and play a game. Here we go.
Let's play a
Cool.
game. All right.
Real Canadian town.
This is a game called Real Canadian Town.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
How
Let's
Do you know Canada pretty well?
No.
I don't know
Do you know
Canada.
what Canada is?
I only know, I know what
Just
Canada is. I know actors who are from Canada.
What's one actor from Canada?
Finn,
Who?
Finn Wolfhard?
I don't know who that is. What's he? What?
is-
He's
Don't-
in
no.
He's in Stranger Things. He plays Mike,
He's
Oh,
like
okay,
the
okay,
main
okay.
guy.
and he
I got you.
and he plays Richie in It.
Dude, you and it, man. It keeps coming back.
It's
Full
good.
circle. Full circle.
It's a good movie.
Okay, Canada.
So you're gonna have 3 options. Here we go. We'll do the first one here as an example.
TikTok.
And you have to tell me which one is the real Canadian place. So
What's the shape in the Manitoba
That is the province
that it's from?
that it's from.
Because that's gonna help us know what it is.
Maybe.
Okay.
you're Just like,
I don't.
So
if
go-
it's,
We have to pick 1, 2, or 3. What do you think? I'm gonna
if
go
it-
with
If it's TikTok, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Tim Tam. Sounds hilarious. Like I'd want to live there.
I'll-
Flinflon? Nope. I'm going 3. I really hope number 3 is right. What's yours?
I'm gonna agree with you.
Okay.
Number 3.
3. Flinflon.
all right, we're at
Yes!
100% success.
Flinflon!
so far.
Let's go.
Flinflon. Okay, 1
All
and
right,
1.
We're going to Newfoundland now.
Happy Adventures.
Is it Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. I don't know.
Fin-
Content
but
Bay,
is it
Silly
Finland?
Cove. Happy. I'd like to live
How
in
do
a
you
town.
get Finland out of Newfoundland?
It's like the dog breed.
I know, but how do you
still call
like?
that a
You
Newfoundland.
just say it really fast, and that's what happens. Newfoundland.
I don't know.
Newfoundland.
Maybe it's because they're French. There's a big French.
I would love to live in a town called Silly Cove.
All right. We've got Happy Adventure, Silly Cove, or Content Bay.
I'll go with Content Bay.
I'm going with Happy Adventure because there's no way that's right.
Happy Adventure.
What? Oh, no way!
What?
There's no way that's a town. That is. How? How is that a town?
I mean, That sounds like a theme park ride at Disney World.
I know. Is it is it an amusement park that has a zip
Happy
code or
Adventure.
something?
It's like Santa Claus.
Yeah, like Santa Claus,
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah.
You know, like it is it's just an amusement park. You know,
Yeah.
adventure, happy adventure. I'm moving.
An
there.
amusement town, I would go there.
I don't know. I mean, like Hershey,
yeah.
Pennsylvania. That's cool. But
Yeah, we're actually going there
Are you
next year.
really?
Yeah.
dude, that sounds. I've
We're
been there.
going
It's
there
awesome.
next summer.
Take the time and actually go through the factory, not through just a little like ride that they have at the shop. Because I thought it was gonna explain how it works, but it really was just sort of like it was like a Hershey's version. It was cool, but it was borderline like Hershey's does It's a Small World After All. Whichever. Okay, here we go.
All right, we're going to Quebec. Have you heard familiar with Quebec?
St. Louis do haha. That's just no.
My favorite part is there's exclamation points in that answer.
Yeah, well,
St.
yeah.
Louis do
Are
haha.
you allowed to have exclamation
Well,
points?
do you want to live at St. Louis do ha ha? Like really like subpar ha ha? You know you want ha ha. You want to be like
Haha.
how would you say the last
am
one?
obviously evil.
Fair un Freud.
Santa Mara do.
This is
Fetche?
I'm getting strong French vibes from whichever town.
Well, that's Quebec, so it's got to
Fair
be.
Unfro Canard
we got
Saint.
2 saints in there.
Oh wow.
I really hope it's number 1, but I bet it's gonna be number 3. What's your number?
I'll go number 2.
Okay.
2 and
If it's number
3.
1, I'm just.
It is number
Are you
1.
kidding me?
I'm sorry, I'm out. Bye.
There
I don't
are
blame you.
there
That
are-
doesn't even make sense.
exclamation points in the town name. I googled it because I wasn't sure.
You actually chat. Okay.
Why did you Google?
Where is it? Like in
Where?
Quebec? Like, is it a big town?
I don't know. I didn't do that much Google. Once I found it was
St.
real, I was
Louis
satisfied.
do haha.
So if anyone's looking for any vacation destinations,
I'm just gonna erase that from my memory and move on.
That's awesome.
Is
Why
it?
isn't that a thing? Or
No.
like, it is a thing. I need to
Okay.
go there.
Hertz
okay,
Corner.
we're in unfortunate places to live at this point in Ontario.
Hertz Corner, Pain Court, Broke Lake. Okay, that's just sad.
Hertz Corner, I think, sort of like that dude got
Yeah.
hurt there, or maybe it's the last name. That sort of makes
Yeah.
sense.
Hertz
Yeah.
Corner. I don't go. to
Pain
Hertz
Court.
One.
Although if they like hurt people there, then maybe that would work.
Oh, yeah.
Broke Lake. Maybe the guy who owns it is broke.
Yeah, is it broke in?
Pain
or like,
Court.
Is he broke money?
Pain
wise?
Court. All
I'm going 1. What are you going?
no for Pain Court. All sanity in court goes off the rails.
Off the rails. It's a off the rails town.
Nope.
I buy that.
I'll go number 1.
Okay, you're going 1. I'm going 2.
All right. It is number 2.
Oh my gosh!
Zach leads 3
Oh.
to 1. Zach, have you been to these places?
No, I promise I have not.
Canada?
No, I did number 3. He said number 2. Or did you?
Wait,
I
you-
said number
and
1.
then you
Oh, I
number
said 2.
Hertz
That's right.
Corner.
That's right.
Which you threw me off because you originally said number 1 and then you changed your answer last second. Good instincts there, Zach.
Mishmash mustard.
What,
Seal
which-
sauce.
Which in
Mayo.
the Yukon, which
Oh my gosh.
condiment place would you like to live in?
Seal sauce only makes sense if it's by the ocean.
If out of all those, I'd rather live in Mayo than Mishmash Mustard. Cause that's just insane.
But which one do you think?
Which one do you think's a town?
Hey, what's the baseball team called? The Mustards?
Seeds.
Mustard seeds.
The Seeds.
Or the condiments. Mishmash mustard condiments.
Yeah.
The mayonnaise.
The
For
mayonnaise.
For the seal. The seals is actually a
Okay, I
bad
think
one.
I actually know this one because I think I know someone from there.
Oh.
Who?
Yeah, which is weird.
Who?
Of all the places.
Mishmash.
No. So I'm going with
Seal sauce?
I'm going with 3, but I have a feeling it's the one of the other ones. I really
know
do.
what?
Just the fact that you know someone
One.
from any of these places.
1. If it's Mishmash Mustard, I'm sorry, but
Okay, what
Okay.
is it?
1 and 3. He's catching back up.
yes,
The town of
I
Mayo.
knew it.
Okay, so my
Yes.
mother-in-law's friend. This sounds like I'm making this up, but my mother-in-law's friend's former boyfriend,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure is from Mayo, Yukon. I'm not joking.
No
I'm
one-
pretty sure that's where he's from.
Here's the thing. No one in the right mind would name a town Mishmash Mutts.
But you would name it Saint Louis du Haha?
No, they wouldn't.
But that was a town, though.
I know, but
Do
ah.
think
that
it's-
mean something in French?
Haha?
Say Louis du Haha. Maybe they're
Du
Cubs
Haha?
fans. I bet
Maybe.
they're. I bet they're Cubs fans. And they decided
Okay,
to name.
Ryan Sandberg. Okay.
For our next set, all these places to me sounded kind of like mythical weapons of some kind.
Near Fayar. Close.
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 Far.
Like some sort of
Close sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Close.
Nayar.
Nayar. Nayar sounds
like
cool.
Santa Claus's long lost brother.
It does.
Like some sort of lost.
Nayar sounds.
I'm going Far.
Far.
I think that's the right one.
Like where,
It's-
where are you from?
it's-
Far away.
Yeah.
It's just too far.
Yeah. Exactly. Where are you traveling to?
Uh,
Far.
I'll go Niyar.
2. You're going 1.
All right, we've got 1 and 2. Unfortunately,
We were so
is
close.
yeah,
Close.
I did realize that it took me a while of looking at them that they look like near, far, and close.
Oh, they do.
Near,
That's
far,
like
and
why
close.
they're all together.
Oh.
Near. Far. Oh, that's from. Yeah. Let's move on.
From
Okay.
British Columbia to Alberta with some another
Broken
great
leg band.
name.
My aunt's name
Head
is
smashed
Alberta.
in buffalo jump. Foot crushed wagon ridge.
So before
That actually makes more foot crush ragged. Like that's where my foot
There's
got
no way
crushed on
any
my
of
wagon.
these.
Before we make any assessments, I have to assume that the way this place got named is that's the reason they stopped there.
Oh yeah,
Like-
my head was smashed in by a buffalo because he jumped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foot.
Which is
My
likely.
foot got crushed by a ridge of a wagon.
Yeah, like if
Broken leg. I
if we
broke
were
my
at a
leg.
ridge and that's where my foot got crushed by a wagon, I would name it that, right?
Right.
Like that's
but-
where Ryan got his foot crushed by the wagon on the ridge. That's hard
What?
to say.
I did?
No,
When did that happen?
back in 1822.
I knew.
All right.
I knew it.
Any
I'm
guesses?
going number 1 because that just seems more logical.
Yeah, same.
Number 1, broken
It's
leg.
gonna be
base.
2.
Unfortunately,
Are
Oh
you
my
kidding
gosh!
me? That doesn't even make sense.
Head smashed in buffalo jump. What does that even
do
mean?
we have a shortened version? Like a shortened. What do they
It's
abbreviate
S.
it to?
It's HSIBJ. I don't know.
I don't.
Head
Even,
shimbif. I don't know.
I don't even.
All right, we're back to cool places to live.
Radville, Gnarly Groove.
Okay,
Righteous
last one.
Ranch.
Here we go.
Righteous
What?
Ranch.
I'll
What a
go.
place.
I'll go Radville.
Radville.
Righteous Ranch, because I want that to be true.
All right.
I think that fits.
It's Gnarly
Although
Grove.
Gnarly Grove in Saskatchewan, that sounds better. Righteous Ranch.
Here
I'm
we
going
go.
with number 3.
It's
Yeah!
Radville.
Good job, man.
Let's go Radville. That actually sounds like a town. Like it would be a town. Radville.
Radville.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is-
What would
it is a
their
town.
What would their baseball team be called?
The Rad. I don't know, but they're probably
Uh,
like super good.
The Canada Reds.
I like that.
Canada Reds.
Rad Town Raccoons.
Yeah.
That's my
Rad.
fantasy baseball team. The
They could be the Radcoons.
Radcoons. That's actually a great idea.
The Radcoons.
Yeah, the Radcoons.
That sounds.
Doesn't
pretty
that
cool.
work? I think it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so we come to the next part in our Bible study where we study the Bible. Okay, so it's gonna be good. So here you go, Ryan. Here's my question: what do you do when you get into an argument with someone? Like, are you a yeller? Are you like a thrower? Are you?
You have to. I have to be pretty annoyed if I'm yelling.
So if you have an argument, or like, do you shut down and you're like, I'm just not talking to you? Like, I don't want to deal with you.
Sometimes I would either A, walk away,
Yeah.
B, try to end the argument and move on, or C, defend myself against the argument.
That makes sense. Hunter.
Like, if,
Oh, go ahead.
Like me and my friend James argue about who's better, Cubs or Cardinals.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can actually get pretty heated, like not like yelling at
Who
each
wins?
other. We usually have to get to the next class by the time we're done.
That's fair.
It's I mean, no. I mean, you can't really say your team's the best because everybody thinks their team is the best.
Well, I know my team's the best, so.
What are you? What's your team?
Red Sox, man.
I actually do that.
I can respect
Go Boston.
that. I don't agree with you, but I can respect.
You know what? I appreciate that.
I can respect it, but I don't agree with it.
You know what? That's fair.
He's
The
like-
mutual respect. We don't agree, but we mutually respect.
Yeah.
You know what? We should have this conversation played out for all of America.
Yeah.
I disagree with you, but I respect you. That's
Like-
wise, man.
True.
Like
That's
somebody
the-
can say that this football team is better than one I have. If it's a decent like football team, I mean, if it like in the NFL, like
So, like, the Bears are your favorite team, right?
is that a serious question? No, it's the Packers.
I know, that's why I said it. Okay.
No, if you're a Bears fan, then you better hope I'm nice to you. So
Oh,
Well, I'm not going to tell you who I root for. Okay, here we go. So, how do you, like, what do you do when you get mad? When you have an argument, Hunter?
well, you know, I mean, you know me. I try to avoid arguments like
Yeah.
the plague. Peacekeeper, classically. I don't know. When I get like mad, like I find like I start like talking a lot, trying to like end it as fast as I can.
Yeah? Like, you talk really fast?
Yeah, like trying to get to the like we're going to end this right here and right now, like kind of thing. You know, I get really frustrated, or I just like I need to walk away.
Yeah.
I just need to calm down. You know?
Yeah. There you go. See, this might come as a shock to you all, but I raised my voice.
when you're at home,
No, like when I like even like if some like if there's an argument, I like just naturally like start to get more intense, and my passion comes, and my hands go wild,
It's-
which happens like even when I'm happy. But like I just start flapping my wings, and I get really frustrated.
I'm not gonna say that Zach being mad is a good thing, but it does get entertaining sometimes.
okay.
'Cause
I've never seen
You've never
you.
seen that?
No, I've only seen you raise your voice when like. I've only seen you raise your voice when we can't hear you. Or,
Yeah,
like
and we're having an argument at that time where I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, listen to me. Yeah, no, I do that. Sometimes, and then I get like, and then I realize, wow, I should like tone it down because I'm probably being a little bit much. But I normally don't realize that until it's far too late for me to tone it down.
yeah.
I'm working on it though. I'm way better than I used to be.
I don't think I've ever seen you like genuinely mad. It's more like the conversations about how to say people's names or
Oh, I have very strong opinions about that.
yeah, things you're very passionate about, like voicemails.
I am passionate about voicemails too. Do you have your own phone?
No, I
Okay.
don't.
When you get one,
My
make sure you actually have a greeting and it's not just your phone number. Because as I'm calling you, I know that that's the number I dialed, but how do I know it's you? You know what I mean? You gotta do that. Anyway, okay, so when we get in an argument, so today's passage is about an argument, and Paul gives us a reason on how to kind of handle some conflict. Sort of. He doesn't solve it, but he sort of gives us this is how our mindset should be. So I'm going to read this. This is in Philippians chapter 4. We're going to just read 2 verses today. Here you go. 2 people, real people. I plead with Euodia, and I plead with Syntyche to be of the same mind in the Lord. Yes, I ask you, my true companion, help these women, since they have contended at my side in the cause of the gospel, along with Clement and the rest of my co-workers, whose names are in the book of life. Okay, so think how crazy it is that you get a letter that's written to an entire church. Now that church is probably 25 people-ish. But they read this in front of everyone, and you get singled out. If you're having do you ever get in an argument with your sister?
all the time.
Either one. Which one do you get in an argue with more? Don't answer that because we're live on the internet. But if you were to get in an argument and you came to church and then Hunter got up and talked at Fuel and said, Ryan and Lillian, you need to cut it out and you need to have the same mind. Would you be embarrassed or what would you do?
I'd be questioning if he's stalking me.
Yeah, exactly. It's what's happened here? Okay, so this conflict is big enough that Paul's writing this to them in this letter to the entire church, which again is like 25 people, but still 25 people-ish. Hard to know exactly how big the churches were back then, but I heard that somewhere that a lot of the letters would have been written to like smaller groups. So, you have that. So the conflict must be big enough that he's talking about it. But what's interesting about this is that he's talking about two ladies, and what's crazy is that women actually played a really, really huge like role in the church, in the early church, especially in Philippi, because women
They still do.
They still do. You're right. And in some Christian communities, they don't as much as probably they should, which is because they matter to God and they can they're leaders. And in Philippi, it seems that the leaders of the church were predominantly women, especially the main person who funded the church, Lydia. So she was really rich and she had the money to be able to help, and so she did it. She was a big leader. And she was the head of her household, which that really wasn't a huge deal. That didn't really happen in the ancient world either. And so...
was she a widow?
They don't know. They don't know if she's a widow. They don't know what really happened. But she's a big enough deal that she's kind of... she's kind of not running the church, but she's financing it. She's making sure that it has money that they can meet and do all that stuff. And she leads it. And she's one of the ones who really got the church going. She followed Paul, or Paul told her about Jesus. And
there are founders of companies.
Yeah, that are women. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so the women matter a lot to Jesus. They really do, and they're a big deal in leaders in the church. And they can be today too. That's a really cool thing. And in this isn't just an argument because of women necessarily, but it just shows these people are really important. And what's cool about this is that Paul is saying these guys, these two ladies, they helped in the cause of the gospel. So they really helped move the gospel forward in Philippi. But there's some type of an issue here. And what's crazy about this, and that I think is nuts, is that even though there's a conflict here, Paul is trying to get them to resolve it, and he asked other people to resolve it. He says, "You, my true companion," which nobody knows who that is. Some people think maybe it's Luke, the guy who wrote Acts, the Gospel of Luke and Acts. Maybe it's somebody else. Nobody really knows. But then there's this guy, Clement. And he talks about the rest of the people who are coworkers. It's the community's job to try to make sure that they're getting along. This is a big deal. Okay? So what are some other conflicts that you know of in the Bible? Some arguments or big conflicts that happen throughout the Bible? There's quite a few.
I can't think of any.
That's fine. That's totally fine. The first one that hit me was Cain and Abel. It starts out rough.
Oh, yeah.
Because Cain kills Abel. It's pretty bad. That's a bad argument.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Cain wins, I guess.
Because he killed him?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Abel did the right thing. Cain got in trouble.
I know, but at the end of the day, I guess he wins.
Because he's still alive?
Yeah, I guess.
He's not now, I guess. But, yeah.
For wars, last person standing wins.
Exactly. Very, very true. And so you have there's that conflict. There's conflict David and Uriah. They have a conflict, even though Uriah doesn't know that he's having a conflict. He just ends up dead, which that's rough. And then you have Jesus and the people selling stuff in the temple. There's conflict there, and he flips the tables. There's that. Paul actually had a really bad conflict. With Barnabas, Paul and Barnabas, and they stopped talking for a while, it seems and all over another person. Eventually that seems like it got resolved, but they just stopped working together for a while. So conflict's a big...
That's a lot of conflicts now.
Yeah, there's a lot. What, you think of another one?
Sometimes people just want to separate.
People just want to separate, and that happens throughout Scripture all the time,
And in real life too.
And yeah, exactly. And so what's crazy is in all these conflicts, Paul tells them to do one thing, which I think is really cool. He says he pleads with both of them, and he calls them out individually. I plead with Euodia, and I plead with Syntyche. Pleads with both of them, and says to be of the same mind, which is used, this phrase, the mind and the same mind, that idea, is used 10 times in this letter. It's a big deal. It's really important. And one of the times that it's used, it has to do that we are supposed to have the same mindset as Jesus. So, which is crazy. So Jesus in that passage talks about how Jesus is serving, how he didn't use his power as to take advantage of people, but he used his power to be a servant. And so in here he's hey, you guys need to be unified. You need to be unified. And when we have conflict, we have to try to seek that we would We have to seek that we would be unified, and they're unified under the gospel. And what I think is cool is at the end of it, it says that all of these people, because they follow Jesus, they're all in the book of life. They're all going to be in heaven with Jesus. And so, like, they're on the same team. We got to have this unity, which is crazy. And so, like, this is a big deal for Paul. And it's almost interesting that these two people are named in here, because this whole letter is about unity and, like, this thankfulness and joyfulness. And it talks about how when we are like Jesus, when we live like Jesus, people can see us brightly. And then it all sort of gets into that our conflicts can actually get in the way of people seeing Jesus, which is nuts. And so Philippians 2:5 is where this kind of key idea is. And your relationships with one another have the same mindset as Christ Jesus. And I think that's how we're supposed to live. We're supposed to live our lives in a way that tries to seek to restore, like to get back, to have unity. And I think a lot of it comes back to realizing an important thing. So, like, if I had a conflict with you, Ryan, I need to remember that you are a child of God. I'm a child of God. Jesus died for you as much as he died for me. You matter to the world to God. I matter the world to God. And we're both playing for the same team. You know, if you're a teammate, if you're playing baseball or football, you got back from football, right?
Yeah.
If you're having conflict on your baseball team or your football team, what effect does that have on your team?
Probably 0.
It doesn't matter at all?
Unless, well...
Like, what if you're not talking to
sometimes-
each other?
Well, we don't have to really talk to each other. On defense, really the only thing in your mind is to tackle the guy with the ball.
That's
So,
fair. That's fair.
There's not much talking involved with
That's
that.
fair. But, like, in baseball, like, you know, you're in a team, and, like, in other sports, you know, you're in a team, and if you're not talking, then you're not going to communicate on the field, or maybe you're going to be mad at them and try to show them up, so you're not going to work as teammates. You know, you're going to try to do your own thing. But we're playing for the same team, and so, you know, we have to try to seek unity as best we can.
Actually, kind of think that's unfair just because you're in a conflict. When somebody, like, if somebody's the QB and, like, they're having an argument with one of the wide receivers, I don't think it's fair to, like, never throw to them.
I know, it's not
even
fair.
if he's wide open.
You're right.
And you still don't throw to him.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's totally not fair, and so that's the thing. Like, we have to be unified so that we can actually play like a team. Because you can't, like, well, I'm not throwing it to you because I'm mad at you because you stole my girlfriend, or I don't know.
What?
Like, as you get older, maybe, hopefully that never happens to you. But I'm just saying, like, you know, you have, like, these, you stole my candy bar. I don't know. So I'm just not going to do it. Or you killed my puppy. That'd be horrible. I'm just saying, like, there's
my
conflicts,
gosh.
you know?
Oh my god.
That went dark way too fast. I didn't mean for that, too.
Jump from candy bar to
And you said you won't watch a horror movie?
I won't You're right. I won't watch a horror movie.
And my own teammate killed my puppy?
I'm saying that would cause conflict, right?
That would cause me to hate him for life.
See? And so that's the thing. Like, we have to try
I'll probably quit the team.
Okay, this backfired really fast on me. I didn't think this through. But, I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's why unity is really important. And so Paul is saying, like, he's not taking sides in it. He's not really even talking what the conflict is. He's just saying you guys need to have the same mind. Remember, we need to view each other as Christ would view us, and we need to realize that we're on the same team and we're trying to do the same goal, which is to tell people about Jesus. And so I think that's an important thing for us to remember with anybody that we're in conflict with, is that person matters to God as much as we matter to God. And so when you have a conflict with somebody, you got to remember that, and I got to remember that, and Hunter, you got to remember that.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that'll help us because it humanizes the other person. You know what I mean? So that's what I got for today. That's the thought. So yeah, pretty cool. Ryan, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
You glad you came?
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
We should do it again sometime.
Yeah.
Hunter, thanks for being here.
Invite me again.
I will invite you again. We'll have to do it. It'll be good.
Yeah.
And thanks to Nora for being on the ones and twos today, making sure everything good. Yeah. So it'll be good. We'll see you next week, right? We'll be here next week. I'll be here next week.
Yes.
It'll be a good
I
time.
hope I'm here next week.
You're gonna come again?
Maybe. I mean,
We kind of rotate people, but I mean that'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, next week, who knows what we have in store? Hunter's gonna be teacher for us, so that'll be really cool. That'll be a great thing, and we can't wait to see you at the back to school cookouts, which are coming up, which will be awesome. That'll be fun. Ryan's gonna be there, hopefully. I'm not sure.
hopefully.
But yeah.
I'll try and get there.
Yeah, we'll do our best. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time no matter what. Maybe we can watch one of your top 10 movies.
Like make an entire video about my top 10?
No, I'm saying like at the cookout, we could watch one of your top 10 movies. Not it though, because that's terrifying.
That
Anyway.
I don't think everybody's parents would be happy about that.
I wouldn't be happy about it. I wouldn't come.
Jurassic Park, maybe.
That's kind of intense too. You kind of had some intense movies.
Well-
Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. We are so glad that you did. We will see you next time. You got any last words for us?
That was the last word, right?
Okay.
So, bye.
See you guys later.